Well, I was out for a drive a couple of days ago and was having an overheating problem. Thing was overheating quite badly. When I checked the coolant level, it was way down. I don't know if you can see that there. I don't know if you can see a level at all. It's right down at the bottom there. When I fill it up, I find that it's coming out. We're losing fluid. It's obviously from this side of the engine somewhere. So I go in, I have a look, and we've got a pipe off. Pipe seems to have come loose. Now this can be a good and a bad thing. A hose clamp and just reattaching that could solve the problem. On the other hand, it might be the hose is actually split. I'll have to get down and get under and find out. On the positive side, at least I know where the problem is. So, more Volvo fixes. So, using the car's own jack, I've jacked her up on one side. Not quite high enough to get the wheel off the ground, but up enough to give us a bit of clearance at the front so I can crawl underneath. I've got down to the pipe, excuse me, wherever it is. There we go. That's better. I've got down to the pipe. I found that it did already have a hose clamp with it, but it's the rubber that's split away. So I've used its existing hose clamp to clamp it back on. I tore away the piece of rubber that seems to have come loose, but I can't see why it's come loose. Honestly, I can't see. It doesn't look like the rubber's perished. It just looks like it's torn. You can see where the material that's inside the rubber was. I don't know, maybe I clamped it up too tight last time I disconnected it, and pressure on the rubber has caused it to tear. I don't know. I did get a replacement hose clip, as I've just explained. I didn't need it. So anyway, it's now on, it's tightened up. Let's get some fluid into it and get it up to temperature and see how it holds. The other possibility is, of course, that the head gasket has gone again and the engine is feeding pressure into the coolant system, causing it to blow at its weakest point. We've put some water in it, but as you can see, it's slowly going down as it clears the system. Is it still leaking? Well, no, it doesn't appear to be. Nothing is dripping out of there. Doesn't appear to be any water on the ground. There's a little bit of damp on the ground, but that came out when I jacked the car up. So far, it actually looks quite good. No drips, no apparent leakages. And as I say, that is descending, so we'll have to keep topping that up until it's levelled off at the maximum level there. With the water system topped up, one of several things will happen here. At the moment there are no leaks coming out of it, so either it will start to leak straight away, but even before that the car may not start because it may hydrolock. That is to say, water will seep through the head gasket into the engine itself, and when the engine tries to turn over, the water will prevent it from turning over. It will lock up effectively. The next possibility is that it will start up, but it will run very rough and it will blow lots of steam out of the exhaust as it burns off the water, or it turns the water into steam and blows it out the exhaust. Or it may be that the head gasket is perfectly fine, it will start and it will run fine, yeah, but after it gets up to temperature the pipe may come off again, or it may start leaking from somewhere else. Anyway, let's give it a go, see what happens. Pushing the start button. Right, straight away I can feel it's running rough through the steering wheel. It is vibrating a bit, you can probably see that on the camera image. one of the cylinders is not working properly. Now, this is a 6-cylinder engine, so it's normally quite smooth. Now, I can hear something humming away there. I can smell something in the exhaust. There's the exhaust pipes. No apparent steam coming out of them. It seems to be running okay. The water level has dropped a little bit, it's just above the minimum. There's enough there to run her up to temperature. Look at the repair. It doesn't seem to be leaking. Let's see another look from a different angle. No, that does not seem to be leaking. Yeah, I've got the camera resting against the steering wheel. Obviously it seems a lot smoother now, not so much vibration. No, she seems okay. I shall go and see how the water level is doing now. Well, the water level has dropped below minimum. I need to give her a top up again. That seems to be solid. There's that water on the ground. Having fully checked the system now to make sure that there's no leaks. She's running up to temperature okay. I've then drained off all the water and replaced it with the proper silicone coolant and run her back up to temperature again. And of course I had to top up the reservoir several times before it finally settled. So now the reservoir is full and there are no more apparent leaks from the system. Problem solved at last.